Hey, welcome back to the Corbellic studio. I'm Corbellic. We're going to be knocking out another fun painting. This one is going to be kids running through the South, running through the field, and then it's going to be an American flag in the background. Maybe we'll add some letters in the background. Maybe we'll do something, try to be like social, political lore. I don't know. We can always have fun like that and always leave it up to your buyer to have their own imagination to fill in the gaps, say whatever else they feel. A lot of times I'll have buyers where I'll do something real quick. I'll just write anything that comes to my mind, or maybe I'm listening to a podcast or watching something or hearing something on TV, or maybe something that's ringing in my mind, and I'll write it down. It means nothing with the painting. And then someone will write to me, the buyer, to go, that reminds me of the time that I went down and I was working and this related to my life. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's exactly why I did it. So that's the fun part about being an artist too. And if you're an artist, don't lie. You do this all the time too with some of your pieces where somebody will say it relates to something and you're going to act like that's why you created it. Yeah, you are. You're not going to say to them, oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. So just let people have their imagination and try to have them fill in the gaps of areas. So that's what we're going to do in this painting. Just have fun and let's see what we come up with. All right. All right. So this is going to be some silhouette kids running through a field, American flag in the background. And if you want to learn how you could generate images like this as well, so that way it's easier for you to create beautiful art, click the link below, join the free eBay art community, and I'm going to show you all of the ways of how I do this. All right, so what I'm going to do for this area, I'm going to do like a light blue. And we're going to try to work this fast. So this area is going to be a light blue because I really don't want this to be a clean look. I want this to be like vintage rugged. You know how I like my art. I don't like it to be too pretty. It's boring to me that way. Like, what did Picasso say? It took him 17 years of his life to know how to draw as an adult, all serious and perfect and everything that they said what to do. And it took him 40 years or 50 years of his life to learn how to paint like a child. That's how I approach it. Like, once you do that and you're more free, then you're able to really produce art. You're able to create. Have you ever seen, well, of course, I'm pretty sure that you've seen Picasso or Basquiat's work before, right? But he was actually a trained artist where he could actually draw perfect faces and all of that stuff if he wanted to, but that's not what he's known for, is it? That's the point that I'm trying to make when it comes a lot with art, is that even though you're technically able to do that, you don't have to. A lot of times we were conditioned to believe that technique is skill, but we've been conditioned in society where we think that technique means art, and it doesn't. Like, what's inside of you? Sometimes that's the scariest part, I guess, that for people. They rather rely on technique than for people to see what's inside of them with the vulnerabilities. What's inside of you? I mean, I could see that you could paint and you could draw really good, but do you have any, are you willing to show some type of flaws amongst yourself in the artwork? Are you able to let certain things fall where they lay and let yourself be shown in the vulnerability of the artwork? A lot of people can't do that because they've been trained not to. You hide behind technique. Now, when I'm done with this painting, I'm going to put it up in one of the gallery listings for $5,000. And I'm going to put the YouTube title, a $5,000 painting. Who's to tell me different? And you could do that too. Know your worth. Don't let somebody else tell you what your worth is through your art or anything that you do in your life. Know your worth. Put your worth out there of what you are. But at the same time, we sell on eBay and be free to let it go. It's such a mixture of a mindset, huh? But not everything that we do, even though we do eBay, not everything has to be such an auction mindset, because we use the auction to leverage against the buy it now store so that we can really make the money, so we can really pull the money in. And I talk about how to do that as well in the eBay art community. Click the link so you can learn how to do that, how I've been able to do that and make $30,000 a month consistently. Over 30,000. My biggest paychecks and contracts always came from eBay. And maybe it wasn't on eBay, but it was through the buyer bought something from me at first through eBay, something small, and I thought it was nothing big about it. Then the next week, they hired me to do a commission that's $10,000, even $20,000 one time. It happens all the time. You just have to be open for it. But if your ego's in the way, you're not going to be open for it, and you're not going to be ready to receive those blessings, which is crazy. There's an old quote. It's something like, people miss opportunities because they always think that a paycheck is attached to it. Sometimes you gotta look past that to get the opportunities. You can't be just thinking that every opportunity for you, it has to have this paycheck attached to it at first, because man, that's how you're gonna miss your blessings. Put the work in first. You can't be thinking, oh, I'm not gonna do that because I spent time and these paintings are worth. The biggest question that I get all the time, people really think that the whole business concept is, well, your art sells for $2, $1. What about that? You're missing. You don't understand the whole picture. That just lets me know that you don't sell art, or you don't understand the concept of selling art online, especially on a big platform like eBay. eBay makes sure that it all works out for you, that you're going to get that money back on the back end within either that week or that month, as long as you put the work in. They're going to give you more than that. Give art away. It's not yours anyways. Don't you want to gather more collectors? Don't you want to have a real collection of a brand for yourself? That they can come back to? I mean, real people with real credit cards, real people who are buying things. Think about this. Have you ever thought about this? This is something I never talked about in any of my eBay videos or even in my program. Have you ever thought like this, that maybe one day you could be in a jam of a situation? Like, this is real equity, that you could be in a jam of a situation that you needed some money, and you already built up these collectors that you already have a list of from eBay, and you could easily send them a message because they bought good artwork from you. You've done good business with them, and you can always say to them, hey, that you can't, I mean, maybe not in the concept of being like, hey, I need money for this, but you could be like, I have these pieces of art available and I need to sell them for this, and seeing you're a great collector, would you want to buy them? I have done that in the past too. So a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm down on money and I need to buy canvases, or I need to do this, and certain life situation happens. It always happens. It happens to all of us. I've been in the same situation, but you can put yourself in a situation where you could build relationships with these people, and you can actually have real collectors, real people who buy art, and you can always have art on deck. And maybe you just need to make some ends meet a little bit. You could always reach out to people who bought art from you because you have their direct message, and you can say, hey, I have this piece right here. You know, would you be interested in this one? This one's a $200. This one's this dollars, just for this situation, because, you know, you could always do things like that as well. So you're building equity, real equity that you don't even get from social media or any other place. I'm not saying that you can put yourself in a situation like that all the time, but it's just good to have it on the back end where you have certain collectors that you do build a relationship with, and they really appreciate and like your work. And you can always, like, in case if you're in a jam or if there's a life emergency or something, you can say, hey, I'm kind of tight this month, and you're my first person to reach out to. I mean, eBay also sends out a newsletter every week, but I'm just saying in situations like that, where I've had situations like that where I needed to make ends meet, and in order, I reached out to some collectors and was like, hey, I need to dish off this work to kind of make some ends meet about this. You know what? No problem at all. All right, let's dry this off with the heat gun, and then we're gonna go back into it. And boom, right there. All right, so let's draw out some sticks like this real quick. We're almost done with this painting. Doesn't have to be these long, drawn out things. Don't have to think about it. Just really simple paintings. I love this when it's this simple. I'm a lazy artist. I don't want to work and do too much difficult technical stuff. You're working too hard. People conditioned you to think that working hard in paint is what you have to do. All right, now let's do these kids running the field. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to work so hard. That people appreciate you of who you are, just showing up. They like your artwork. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to start selling on eBay so you can see what the market is and you can start getting familiar and letting people get familiar with who you are, and you're building up your own audience, your own market, and then you're going to be so more confident and loose with your artwork, and you're also going to be pumping them out because you know that you have people looking for your work. They're relying on your work. They're relying on you to show up. But also you're going to know that the things that you thought mattered and that you were told that matter, it doesn't. That just being you is good enough because you can't control that. And this is, I've been painting all day. This is my last painting of the day. And then I think I have some shipping to do. Yeah, well, let me take care of some shipping. Shipping is important. Remember we talked about that. Make sure your account history is clean, and you have a way better advantage than me. I did damage to my account from not like this year or anything like that, but just through, yeah, this year as well. Building this community up and doing YouTube videos over this past year. I really let my eBay and the art side of that kind of go wayside. And I haven't been late on shipping or anything like that. It's just more of the consistency based in certain things, and eBay will frown on accounts like that. But that's why I tell you, just keep your account in good health, ship every day, be consistent, show up, and then you're gonna get the gold. I have clients now who just started posting and just started listing, and they're getting so many auctions, and it's such a great thing, and they're just so happy to see it because they didn't believe it. They're like, oh my gosh, it's such a great feeling. It's the dopamine feeling. It's like the same dopamine feeling as like a child or a teenager who they're on social media and stuff. It's the when you hear your phone and that cha-ching, cha-ching, someone's bidding on your artwork or someone's buying it. I love hearing that feeling. I couldn't get enough of it. It was so new to me. And the reason why is because I was coming from a background of being a gallery artist or doing everything that they told me to do on Instagram and building up a follower email list, but I wasn't getting sales. So when I finally was hearing like cha-ching, cha-ching, from eBay, people actually buying, like wanting it, and there was a market, like the market is there. I was like, what? It was the dopamine. All right. Cha-ching, cha-ching. And they're just running through. I think we could, what is this? We could say this is cotton fields. We could say they're running through cotton fields in the south. That's beautiful. And the thing about, maybe I won't even list this. I can keep it for myself. That's the thing about doing art as well. Once you do so many volumes, there might be some pieces that you just want to keep for yourself. Think of art this way. Try to get to this point in your art. To create 100 pieces of art every single day, either if it's on paper, canvas, a combination of them, laid out all on the table. Try to create 100 a day, so maybe that you could like one. That's how real production artists think and they move. That's how they work. I heard that from a big production artist before. Try to create so many paintings that it's like you created 100 paintings, so that hopefully maybe out of the day, like you created 100 paintings in one day, so hopefully there's one that you like. Like that's so cool, because the concept is like most of the paintings you're not going to like, but the market's going to like it. It's not about you. Get your ego out of it. Okay. So now that's it. I'm just going to throw some stars on here, but I'm just going to put it in with a oil pastel. Let me turn this on. Do I have a white pastel up here? Oh, here, I do have one. It's small, I had to get another one, but we're just gonna throw some stars in here. And you see how like I'm just randomly doing the stars, I'm not thinking about it. You, on the other hand, if you was doing these stars, you would want to spend like an hour doing it and be like, it has to be the exact number count of the stars on the flag, and it has to be in the actual it has to be in the actual symmetrical order. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. Let me have my fun. And look, for this, we're gonna do something like this for the back. Like where those are trees or something. I don't know. There, let's see. There we go. And then in the background, I'm just going to do something like let them figure it out, or make something more of it, incorporate it. You know what? No, we'll do this up top too. We'll say tax incorporated. And then someone who will buy it, they'll be like, yeah, that's so deep. That's so deep. All right, and that's cool. There we go. We just did this together. Another painting down, huh? Look at that. What do you think? I love it. It's really cool. So we just did this together. You could learn how to do this yourself, how you can start making money early as next week. All the templates, account setup, copy and paste, all the functions is there for you. Click the link in the free eBay art community and you can get started today. So I'll see you on the next video.